Welcome to the journey of Grandiasha. Welcome to the Will-O-Wisp Woods. We are all so happy to have you. And we're so glad that you could join us. So, the last time that we played, we had our lovely group finally reach the destination in the frozen wastes after a number of interesting events that had happened within the wastes itself. The group had not only met a strange figure with a deck of cards that allowed each of them a short peek into whatever these cards meant, possibly a bright future or maybe something else. Nonetheless, however, the group then continued on to the kingdom covered in ice. And with their discovery came an interesting feeling as they walked through this abandoned kingdom. Though abandoned and left to rot and freeze over, it was relatively empty of everything. A strange feeling of unease was definitely in the air as the group trudged through to try and find more out about this strange kingdom. These ruins leading them to a rather strange throne room. Upon a balcony that they stood upon, looking down into the throne room itself and over the throne room, they had found that though they were alone, strange skeletons littered the floor. One sitting upon the abandoned throne with a crown strangely tilted upon its head. The group made their way across the balcony and found a flight of stairs that led down to the first floor of this strange and rather empty, save for the skeletons, throne room. Now they stand in the middle of this dark, cold space, looking upon a skeleton that sits upon a crumbling throne, with a crown ever so gently tilted upon its head. And along the ground, scattered, are skeletons of what seem like nobility, even knights, or what could have been the guard here. However, the armor and weaponry rusted, frozen, or destroyed. The clothing of what once likely was nobility, tattered and destroyed from age and withering, and whatever strange moths may live here. The group now faces this strange and empty space. Welcome back to the journey of Grandiasha. What would you all like to do?
I want to cast
Immediately
detect
looking into
magic.
Mila. It's like, don't touch. We all know not to touch that thing, right? Right?
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
All right, are you ritual casting it again, or are you going to just outright cast it?
I think I have to outright cast it. Do I have the ability to do a ritual?
You don't have to cast it as a ritual. It will add 10 minutes to the initial cast time. However, it'll save you a spell slot. Because ritual casting basically means that you use the same components as you would normally, but you don't have to expend the spell slot to do so. You just take 10 minutes longer than the initial cast time.
Cool, then I will do that.
Alrighty. That really only comes into
Ritual.
play during combat, considering if you've got
Yeah.
an hour spell cast time, that's already quite a
Yeah.
lot, but nonetheless, after sitting here and doing this, while you're sitting here doing this for 10 minutes, is anybody else doing anything else? As you all stand within this strange room full of, well, what once was corpses.
Is barricading one of the entrances. Or the current exit.
Well, as you look around, I would like a perception check from you, Dwindle, if you are looking for exits.
Starting out the game strong with a 16 plus.
Very nice, very nice.
I think it's either a 17 or 18, so just keep that in mind. So you can just continue.
Okay. And what?
I want to
It'll
roll
fade.
investigation to see if I can find any
Oh,
clues.
never mind. It's a 20.
Nice.
That's a difference. That's a big difference.
To find any clues of what, Odile?
What happened in this room? Or if there's anything still alive in this room besides us?
Sure, go on ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Dwindle, with your 20 perception, you can look around the room and you do see a number of exits. You see the door that you all came in. You see a door directly across from it on the balcony above. You see two other doors, one on each balcony end. There are three that dot the wall along one side. There's another three that dot the wall along the other. Two of which are probably staircases, considering you came out of the center one. So, on either wall, to your left and right, within this throne room, there are three small doorways. Behind the throne, there is a space before a set of double doors directly behind the throne. And behind you, towards opposite of the throne, you see another set of larger, like very large double doors. It's probably about 15 by 10 feet in size. It seems that it's meant for grand entrance, or meant for a grand entrance into this throne room. And you notice that it is ever so slightly cracked on one of the doors. However, you, with your 20, can see as to why, considering there is actually a corpse, one of the skeletons that is... It looks as though somebody had basically slammed the door on their side and they're on the floor, just kind of laying where a body would have been. So, and what was your investigation check total?
23 total.
23 total. You would see that it looks as though, based off of the very little that left, and looking over the skeletons themselves that are crumbling at the touch, quite literally, you touch it and it almost like it turns to dust, as if it was barely held together by sheer force of will, almost. But as they crumble and as you get closer to look at them without touching them, you realize a lot of these seem to have in the bones themselves either breaks or cuts that look like they were made by the weaponry that you can kind of see rusted and destroyed around you in the hands of other skeletons, or near other skeletons, as if this room was nothing but a brawl.
So with that information, I'm gonna take the cloth off my face, knowing that this wasn't poison or toxins.
Yes. Thanks for staying in the
Oh,
woods,
gosh.
General. And is May doing anything during this 10 minutes of casting time for Nyla?
I'm sorry, I'm back now. The 10 minutes of what?
So
Ritual
Nyla
casting
is...
detect magic.
Yep. Nyla is ritual casting a spell, and Dwindle is looking
Detect magic?
around, seemingly looking around for exits, while Odile looks around at the different skeletons.
We're on the ground floor, right?
Yes.
With the throne.
Yes, you are
May's
now
gonna,
on
like-
the first floor, the main throne
Okay.
room.
May's gonna like poke around before catching a glimpse of the throne, and walking right up to it, and grabbing the crown.
We
off
said
of
not
the-
to touch the crown!
We agreed not to!
Dwindle's been watching her. He's gonna stop her. He's like, no! Look around you! Are you foolish? Contested athletics. He's gonna try and stop this.
Oh, she isn't gonna fight you when you try to stop her. It was just sheer curiosity.
No touching.
Fine.
Does this not scream evil magic to you?
It screams
Curse?
anger, and someone really had it out against this kingdom, and it doesn't seem magical to me.
Just hold on a few more minutes and we'll know for sure.
Yeah. He's gonna touch the wood or the tables. Does it just crumble?
There are no wooden tables here.
Metal.
This throne room does not have any tables of any kind other than the throne itself, which is a large solid stone throne with what looked to be cushioned rugs over it, almost. It's some sort of cloth that seemed nicer than the, oh,
Sorry, I was getting reverb on my.
you're fine.
They don't sound good.
No.
There we go. Basically, it looks like a very old and well carved originally, but now crumbling and old and just weathered by time itself stone throne that sits upon about 3 or 4 steps of extra stone between it and the floor that you all stand on. Upon the throne itself is the skeleton with the crown upon its head.
So there's no actual doors, or is it just?
The doors themselves to the different rooms, there are doors that don't connect the archways that seem to connect to these staircases, like the one that you all used to get down from that second balcony down to this floor. However, the other doors, the other 4 that are on the either side of the room, they do have wooden doors. Some are broken. 2 of them are broken. One is less broken than the other, as one is quite literally broken in half and just kind of sitting at the base of the doorway, whereas the other one has a massive, like, piece broken from it in a corner, and it's a rounded top. So think of the rounded top, but a piece of it, like a solid quarter of the top left corner of it has just been broken off, basically. The other 2 just look old, decrepit, and one of them looks almost like termite infested. At least without the, termites now, as it is probably too cold for that.
Frostbite termites. Ooh, a new fear.
However, with 10 minutes now passing, Nyla. you are hit with a massive wave of color, as Detect Magic itself, as a spell, allows you to see visual auras around items, people, or the like that are connected with magic or enchanted or the like. It also gives you the identity of what kind of magic. However, looking at this crown, you can see enchantment magic. There is a rather powerful aura of this enchantment magic coming from it.
Is anything else glowing with magic?
Not in this room. It doesn't seem like anything in this room is magical of any kind, save for the crown itself.
Yep, the crown is definitely magical, guys.
Save for the objects that are on you all, of course, but nothing else in this room.
Yeah.
The one cool thing.
Oh, speaking of, can I take out the ring just really subtly and see if I can see what kind of magic it is?
You can see that it has a magical aura.
It doesn't show me the kind.
It seems to be fogged.
Oh.
It doesn't really give off
Not
one...
surprised.
The way you look at the magic of items and people and things like that through Detect Magic, you've gotten used to the idea of seeing specific types of colors for specific types of magic. However, with your ring, it doesn't give off one specific color. It just seems to kind of go through a different array of different things, as if it's hiding itself or unable to show itself.
Makes sense.
That's concerning.
But not surprising, but very concerning.
So,
Yeah,
I
the
have
crown's
nothing
definitely
to fortify.
enchanted.
I have nothing to fortify this area with.
Are there any other doors in this area?
yes. There are... Yep. Dwindle points out that there are a number of doors. You've got the one that you came in, down the balcony that you all originally came in on. There is another door to match at the opposite end. In between them is a doorway that seems to connect to that staircase that you all came down to the first floor using. So there are 3 doors on each level, it seems. On top of that, behind the throne, there's a solid probably 15-20 feet of space before a set of double doors, and then across from that, opposite of the throne, seems to be a grand entrance of some kind, as a set of double doors are about 15 by 10, 15 feet tall, 10 feet wide. It seems that it was meant for a grander entrance to this throne room. It is cracked open as a skeleton lays between the 2 doors.
Okay. I'd like to go to the one that's open. And take
Can
a
Dwindle
look.
check out the throne with my stone-cutting dwarven history
Sure.
check? I am considered I'm considered proficient, and I actually get to, for some reason, double my proficiency to this check.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes to a mighty 2. Well, actually, it's actually a lot, actually, because it's double proficiency. Well, that's a natural 19. Plus, we are at level 6. So, 6, 7, 6, 8, 27.
Nice.
It is a very, very, very old form of human craftsmanship. It seems like it takes a little bit of inspiration from other races, such as the elves and Goliaths, kind of mixes the three together a little bit, as you can see almost like elven decorative carving into the stone sides and into the visual parts of it, as well as Goliath, what most would know as Goliath symbology, kind of. It's like little charms that some Goliaths are known to have almost like branded on them. Branded or tattooed, some just draw it, some carry little necklaces or rings with the symbols on them, things like that. But it's mostly human design. As you're doing that, May, as you walk over to the grand double door to look and see, as it is one of the very few actually open doors, you can poke your head out. It is cracked enough to do so. And through that, you can see a rather large hallway that seems to connect most likely to the rest of this castle. It is a very large main hallway that it seemed like it had windows to bring in light for the walk from the throne room to whatever it's connected to at the other end of this hall. However, now, as it has been covered in snow, ice, and stone, there is piles of very frozen, solid snow that had likely, at one time, gotten too heavy for the windows and just kind of avalanched in a little bit, causing these little mounds of snow leading towards where these windows once were.
Okay. I'm gonna look back, see if there's anybody there, and I'm gonna call out, guys. Not really saying much else before, like, seeing whoever listens, I guess. Anybody listening?
Always. Is Dwindle right behind Dwindle?
After finishing casting Detect Magic, Natalie would have grabbed the crown and cast, virtual cast, what do you call it? Identify.
Okay.
Never 10 minutes.
Yep.
Nice. I guess then May's just gonna go by herself.
No Dwindle or was
Oh, you did?
was Dwindle behind?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
think
yeah,
about
he
the
would be
front.
right next to it, yeah.
If you are looking out the main grand entrance door, he would be on the opposite end of the room looking at the throne.
Feels far.
I thought it was right next to it.
Nope. You've got a set of double doors behind the throne itself that are not open, and then you've got the slightly cracked grand entrance doors that connect the throne room to whatever it is on the other end of this hallway.
Okay, I gotcha. That's what you meant. I guess the May's just gonna travel on, like, just to the end of the hallway, just checking it out.
At the end of the hallway, making your way between the snow mounds, you can see that the doors at the end of this hall have been busted open, likely by what seems to be a battering ram made of a massive log that was left near the door.
Okay.
Awesome siege.
So, is there anything at the entrance? Or is it just snow and...
As you walk, you can see a number of more skeletons.
more skeletons? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'm
And
just
as
gonna
you
walk
look
back.
at the door with the battering ram laid against one of the doors, after they had busted the doors down and no longer needed the battering ram, you can see that there are a few skeletons around the battering ram itself, the area that they would have used to try and get through the door. As if somebody was trying to stop them and failed.
She's just gonna make her way back towards the throne room.
All right. Nyla, casting Identify. You find yourself holding what is... In all honesty, Identify is really just easier for me to say DM to player. It seems to be a crown of viewing. It's enchanted to see something. You're not entirely sure as to what is implanted within this crown for you to see. However, the idea is that this enchantment magic, whoever put it on the crown, wanted others to see something that was inlaid within the crown itself. It's almost like a ring of storage, or a ring of storing.
But I'm gonna put it on.
You're putting it on?
Yep.
Alrighty. I would like everyone to make a wisdom save.
Oh, crap.
Natural 20.
Natural 4. That is a no.
18.
What's the save? Nah, there's no way. 5 makes it. No way.
15.
Alright.
Good. That's good. A little 6. That's not good.
Anyone that got below a 15
Oh,
is now unconscious.
frick.
I got a 15 even, so.
Mm-hmm, you're fine. You met the DC. So Dwindle falls unconscious. However, he doesn't fall. Your body doesn't slump. Those that got above a 15, you feel a pressure on your head, your brain. It's almost like a headache for a split second. As you see this room slowly begin to revitalize itself. This room, no longer cold and dark, abandoned, is filled with people. Beautiful people. Ancient looking clothes and different jewelry that appears much older in design than anything you all had seen before. And Nyla, you look down and you're wearing a queen's gown. Odile, you look down and you see both Rovan is shined and cleaned and looks brand new, and you have clothes of nobility upon you. May, you look down, and much like the others, your weapons are gone, but the biggest noticeable difference is your greatsword is gone. The others, having smaller weapons that are easier to hide, it's a little interesting to find that they're gone, but with you carrying around such large weapons, such as your spear, they seem to have just disappeared. And you look down and you have clothes of nobility. You look around, each of you, trying to see what's going on, understand what's going on, and you see within the crowd, speaking with others that the group has no clue of, is Dwindle. As if he's simply part of the crowd. Dwindle, while the others seem to have their mind about them and their viewing of this party is with their own eyes. Oh boy. Dwindle, you are nobility here. You are of the upper echelon within this kingdom. You don't quite remember the name of this kingdom, yet you look around and you swear that you've lived here most of your life, yet you can't remember anything about it. It's strange. It's like certain memories are fuzzy, yet you remember it being here, you remember growing up here, you remember here, this kingdom. And around you are the other upper echelon people of your caliber. Human, elven, Goliath, dwarven. A number of different peoples, all here in this room, dancing along or speaking casually or simply enjoying. All of you can see that along this room, with their backs against each of the columns that hold up the balconies, you can see the guards that have similar armor to what was once rusted and old and decrepit is now brand new and clean, shiny. They all hold spears, calmly watching over the partygoers and the party.
Weekends looking for the kids.
Actually, there are a few children running around, however, not wildly like you have seen at the tavern before. These kids seem to be of noble birth, so they respectfully walk around, stick to the walls, stick to their parents. There are a few of them, not many, but there are a few. Nonetheless, however, there are a number of nobility here, and though Nyla has a queen's gown on, you look to the throne and you can see a man. A blonde goatee that comes down to a very well-kept point, about 2 inches from his chin. Blonde hair that splits down the middle and ever so carefully bounds and then wraps his face, only coming down to just in the middle of his ear. Bright blue eyes look over the kingdom, these noble people. And the three of you are not entirely sure as to what just happened. You're looking around, and where there were once skeletons and rusted armor and weaponry and remnants of whatever this place was, now you see a living, breathing kingdom once again. It's strange, but Dwindle, you're none the wiser. You look around and see the same kingdom that you've known for years now. You see the same people you've you're certain that you've known for years at least. However, you don't know the three that have just joined the party. Each of them, seemingly, your memory's still fuzzy, but you're pretty sure they walked in at some point. And you're certain that the woman in the queen's gown is someone of importance. Obviously, but you're not entirely sure as to why.
I have a different name.
You're still Dwindle. However, your memory glazing over your wartime efforts and your joining of
Get out there.
Flammenbroth's protective groups and brigades. You remember nothing but this nobility, this noble life that you've led.
Why are my hands so calloused?
Yeah.
Get a peasant.
Exactly. You're not entirely sure as to why. However, something's stranger, nonetheless. It's very different. But you remember that you're a lord. You're not sure where, but you remember your family maybe has property somewhere outside this kingdom. You were invited here, much like the rest of the nobility here. The three of you, this is all weird. You're not entirely sure as to what's happening or who these people are or why this is suddenly happening at all. But Dwindle's in a suit.
Yes.
But he's clean.
He's
Clean.
clean.
Yes.
He's clean. He doesn't smell.
I think I'm gonna take the crowd back off,
You take the crown off
just due to startledness.
and nothing changes. You now hold what was once the crown that now rests upon the king's head, and you hold a tiara in your hands. A very well-made, beautiful tiara.
Shoot.
Are the kids here?
Like your kids?
Yeah, all 7 kids.
Your memory's fuzzy, but you're relatively sure they had their own businesses to deal with. You're relatively sure. You're pretty sure you have kids. Did you have kids? Do you have kids?
Relief on his face.
You're pretty sure you wanted kids. You just never got around to having them, if your memory serves. But every time you question something, as if a feeling kind of hits you, your brain you seem to dismiss it very quickly, as your brain seems to fill in these gaps with strange fuzziness. Must
I
not be
become an
important.
NPC. Yes.
Must not be important.
I think I'm gonna try to steal the crown off the king's head.
I'm gonna go across to the most closest person, which is probably Odio, right? Where were
Oh,
you?
I was towards the front near the throne. Dwindle was at the throne, and so was Nyla.
Yeah.
But
So
now
I-
Dwindle's
that-
in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. He's currently
So-
alongside the throne off to the side, talking to what seems to be a small group of nobility of some kind. You can see that
Hey.
at each corner of one of these platforms, how I said that it's about 4 steps between the throne and the rest of this floor. These steps are those fancy, basically look at me while I'm up here steps where they're flat, and they're about maybe a foot long. And then the next step that's only maybe 2-3 inches tall above that one. So at each corner of this raised platform, at the corners of the base of it, are guards that seem to be protecting this king.
Okay.
Am I still up by the throne?
You are actually standing right next to it, with the golden-haired man sitting next to you. He's leaned in his chair off to one side, just kind of stroking his goatee as he watches the people, just seemingly enjoying the people watching. He's just enjoying the party as he has in his other hand, closer to you, a small glass of champagne, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, without him seeing it, grab the crown off his head.
Sleight of hand.
As Nyla tries to get the crown, May's gonna find Dwindle.
11.
11. So,
Ooh.
so,
What?
I used it, Nyla.
So proud. That was good.
so. Twindle, as you are conversing with what you assume to be acquaintances of yours, a new figure steps up to you as May interacts.
Dwindle? Do you know what's going? Do you know what's going on?
We're having a party, of course.
We
Are you?
all these people were literally dead 5 minutes ago. What?
The group with Dwindle
Drinking too
also
much.
look very confused, but seem to chuckle.
Like you were dead?
Elderberry
You were
wine,
dead?
man, am I right?
Short stack, come on. You aren't believing this, are you?
Excuse me, what did you just call me?
The others of
Come
the
on.
group very quickly hide snickers as they seem to look away as they fix their pursed lips to attempt to hide the grins and chuckles.
Even your armor's gone. I don't know where my spear went. Did you see where the other two are?
Other two?
Ugh! And she's just gonna grab him by the shoulder and like drag him with her.
Get off me. Who are you? Don't put the hands off me.
Athletics check, cause she ain't letting go.
Gods.
That's what I was waiting for.
Are you calling out for guards, Dwindle?
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Well,
I may play noble, I'll play
Stop
noble.
playing
Like, okay,
this.
that's goodbye.
Nyla, as
Yes.
you reach for the king's crown, he kind of waves your hand away and chuckles. No, no, no. You can't have my crown. I gave you a tiara. It's new. I thought you would like that one. No. He then turns and hears the commotion from Dwindle as the guards now turn their attention as well. And though the three of you are extremely certain that this has got to be some kind of illusion, May, you feel very physical hands on either arm as guards from their column positions have moved to try and break up whatever this is, simply pulling you away from Dwindle a few feet and kind of holding you there for a minute before looking to Dwindle and then looking to the king.
The lady has suddenly grabbed me, called me a short stack, and insulted my race. Who are you? And what right do you ever have to do such insult?
Oh my god. Oh
You alright?
my god. It must be the wine. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would like a deception check at advantage. As
Good, because the first roll was a 2.
it's only at advantage because you seem a little kooky at the moment, so with there being alcohol at this party, it's possible.
What is mine? 216.
16.
Mhm.
One of the guards, with a very gruff voice, simply, mind your manners. Don't cause problems for the other guests. Lord Dwindle, please feel free to keep your distance as well. We don't need any other issues arising. If you feel unsafe, find a guard. Ma'am. And then they both pull you back another foot or two away from Dwindle before letting you go and quickly returning to their posts to watch the rest of the guests, who are now whispering as they glance at you, glance back to their conversations, continue to whisper, and then continue their conversations minutes later.
Goes back to his own group. The nerve. Clearly some people
May,
can't hold their
what's
wine.
wrong with Dwindle?
How far is Nyla? Did you come?
She's walking up to you, like, hand on your elbow type thing. What's going on? What's wrong with Dwindle?
What are you wearing? Oh my god, jeez.
No.
I don't know. He just, it's like he believes this. Yeah.
Can't be good. This is probably my fault. I put on the crown and then we all came here. And now I'm not even wearing the crown anymore.
You told me not to put on the crown, and you.
I know. I tried to fix it, but no, it didn't work.
I guess the only thing that matters now is how are we getting out of this. Where is Odd? Does she? Have you found her?
Not yet.
Oh,
Odd.
I can only imagine how she's doing. Oh, deal! And she's just gonna yell out in the hole.
I'm just trying to blend in.
She must have come from the farm.
And I want to roll a perception to see if I notice anything else, like if I can hear into other people's conversations to
Sure.
try to
Feel free.
gather information. I know what's happening.
Be my guest.
I got an 18.
An 18. Very nice.
Mhm.
You would hear that there are simple conversations of business trade, of people comparing money and people comparing suits, dresses, some comparing rings, as a few have gotten married or engaged. It seems, at least. You also hear the commotion with May and Dwindle, as well as hearing Odile being called out very loudly among the normal volume people chattering before stopping and looking to where the source of the yelling is. However, you also hear something else. You also hear something different. In the distance, with your 18, you hear a yell. Seems to be coming from the grand entrance. However, it was only once. It seems to have returned to normal now. A few that were near this grand entrance, or the grand entrance, seemed to pause and look to the door before slowly and uncomfortably returning to their conversations.
Do I know? The yell? Or any of the monsters? I have a 16 passive perception for those.
Your 16 passive? Well, your passive would allow you to hear as you are now in the noble crowd of people. As this party continues, you hear conversation and chatter of common nobility. Just, as I said, comparing money, comparing dresses, comparing suits, comparing rings and ring sizes, comparing business transactions, so on and so forth, of simple nobility. Come on. Stop that. Anyway, you hear most of the conversation seems to be rather mundane. But most of your attention now is on finding Odile, which is relatively easy to spot, considering Odile's the only one with a shiny fox turtle creature.
And I think I'm also the only fairy.
There might be one or two other ones. You're not entirely sure. Can't tell if they're gnomes or something else in their outfits.
Well, if they're fairies, I'm staying away. Anyway. Okay. I hear the yell from the grand entrance, and I'm putting 2 and 2 together in my head. And I command Rovan to walk over nicely to Nyla and May. Once we get there, I stand up on Rovan and do a little bow in front of her. Because I know there are too many people around us. And I say,
Look at me.
Your Highness, can I have an audience with you?
Yeah? You're not
Maybe-
also, like, thinking that this is real, right?
Maybe meet in your quarters?
Sure. I don't know where my quarters are. May I help?
How am I supposed to know?
You should. You are her lady in waiting. As you are also supposed to
Yes.
train me because I'm new to this.
She believes in this as well.
Here. I think we have to steal the crown.
I think so.
No, I do not think so.
Does he
But I
hear
do
that?
suggest- But I do suggest not wearing that ring, though. But again, shall we meet in your quarters?
That ring.
Oh, she's
Does
not
she have the
wearing
ring?
She
No.
would have it in her pocket.
Okay.
So
It's trying to give hints that
she's
she's
not wearing it
not.
casually anymore.
She's trying to give hints that she's not, you know?
Nyla, you don't have pockets.
Oh, good.
It's a very fancy dress. No pockets.
No pockets. No bacon. No bacon here.
Oh.
And
Ready, my queen?
and
Lead the way?
and as the three of you converse, there's another much closer, louder yell, as well as a banging noise, and everyone in the room pauses, looking to the grand entrance. There's another loud bang. Another loud bang. And people begin
This all makes
to
sense
whisper.
then.
People begin to converse very nervously once again.
Are we under siege?
A lot of them slowly backing away from the grand entrance. Another
Minute.
loud
I'll take you off on that,
boom.
God. Over here.
Unfortunately, this all makes sense now. The only question is, can we get hurt here?
The guard touched me. It's definitely possible.
Now look at the other
Real.
two and go, you guys can't move that fast? Let's go! We don't have weapons, let's go!
She's obviously herself. Okay. We have to get Dwindle. What if we are under siege, Dwindle doesn't know.
Yeah, we can deal with that. You're
Dwindle
dressed as a
next-
queen, just
Dwindle
order
next
him to come with us.
guards.
Let's go.
Okay.
We have to get to the armory. Let's go.
Dwindle, can you come with us, please?
May's just gonna hide herself behind Nyla.
It's fine. We just can this way.
Is this a persuasion? Dwindle's next to a guard right now.
I mean, but the queen's asking,
Yeah.
telling you to. She's
Is
ordering
she-
you.
What?
She is the queen, yeah.
If the ladyship command.
Let's go. Thanks.
There's another loud boom behind the doors of the grand entrance.
Todd, lead the way. Where are we going?
Well, based off my information, we're gonna go behind the doors, behind the throne. That's my next safest bet, because I don't know which way the armory is. We didn't explore enough here before you decided to put the crown on.
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was gonna drag us all into this very realistic setting.
Yes, well, even though they're all meant to... Sorry, my lord. There's just a situation and we need your help to protect the queen.
Clearly, find the guards.
Oh, no. The guards will not help us. The guards need to help protect the king and the rest of the nobles. We need your help to get the queen back to her quarters safely.
Absolutely, yes, she
Well,
needs
you
our
should.
rescuing.
With your military background and such, we feel safe with you.
It's true.
Am I military?
Nope, not in this world.
What are you talking about? We're clearly something's going to miss.
My lord, your queen orders this, so please just come with us, please.
As Odile tries to communicate that way, May's gonna grab his arms, say, "Feel those? Those are muscles. You can help us."
Unhandly. I don't know. This is so confusing.
Right?
Uh,
That's the best part. Just imagine if more of you had failed the save.
She'd be really doomed.
Oh my god. Come on, big guy.
He doesn't want to go anywhere with you. That's the thing. It's like queen commands at the same time he's been invited. So isn't she really
Wait.
his queen?
Lady May, please let go of Lord Gwendol and come over here so we can go. We do not have time for this.
Oh, fine.
And I try to rush him to the doors behind the throne as I do a light bow towards the king, going,
What is the king doing?
He is standing. He is looking at the grand entrance, very concerned.
Can I make another attempt at stealthily getting his crown as we walk by? Or from like behind?
It would be at disadvantage as right now he is on full alert.
That's fair. So, disadvantage sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's a 20. That's a dirty 20.
Very nice.
It is. Flip of the cards.
I have to try.
You grab the crown from his head. Seems real. Seems like the crown.
I keep following Odile.
Okay.
Does he notice?
Does Dwindle see this? Just...
Well, it wasn't hard not to see, considering the only person she was trying to sleight of hand was the king. And you watched the queen go up to the king and grab the crown from his head.
as I open the doors, I'm going to roll perception to make sure there's like nobody behind them trying to attack.
As you attempt to open the doors, they are barricaded.
Ah, fantastic. Okay,
It's assassination.
cool.
And
Maybe we have to kill him.
Oh crap.
with
What about our friends up top?
as you all attempt to open the door, you turn around and look to see at the other end of the room the doors crack open as what looks to be one of the castle keepers, a butler of some kind, attempts to open the door and come in. Covered in blood, before falling over as he is crushed underneath a large Goliath man. The door then opens, followed by the other, as a small army moves into the room. pushing the nobility further and further away from the grand entrance. The last Goliath in then pulls the door shut as he can, with the body of the butler there. And this Goliath leader looks to the king, holds up one of his large axes. You are mine. And the king sits in his throne with a look of fear on his face. All of the nobility, who were once quiet just moments ago, now scream in fear. A number of them, at least. They begin almost trampling each other, attempting to find a way out as this small army of Goliaths moves forwards, cutting down guards, some of the Goliaths getting cut down as well, nobility being cut down, fear filling the room.
Do you want to cast magic?
Okay,
Glad I
where's,
don't have dimension door right now.
what's the closest guard? Are there any close guards to us?
You all look around to see you're no longer together. You find yourselves in your respective spots. The queen
When we were
stands.
killed?
Queen stands next to the king. And Nyla, you feel your body move on its own as you turn and attempt to run before an axe thrown, a large axe, connects with your back and you fall forward. And you feel every moment. However, though you personally have felt the scars of battle, it's as if this body itself hasn't. This pain is immense. Odiel,
Yeah.
you feel yourself pushed between a few of the nobility that are attempting to run. Rovan trying to keep you safe before you are then pushed over and trampled.
Oh.
May, you feel your body start moving as you attempt to help the queen, before you also feel an axe connect into your collarbone and you fall back onto the floor. Your body now unable to move. Dwindle. You try to run like the other nobility, but with no other exits.
Short leg.
You are met with nothing but bloodshed as a Goliath then cuts you down with a long sword. You feel the gash across your back sliced open and you fall to the ground. You all then reawaken in the exact same spots you had found yourselves in when Nyla had first put on the crown. And you all remember what just happened. Dwindle, you also remember, but you also remember not having any control. And as you remember, it starts to get fuzzy and fuzzier and fuzzier. And after about 30 seconds, you don't really remember what just happened. You were looking around. You were looking over the. You were looking over.
Yeah.
You were looking over the throne.
Throne.
The rest of you. You now know why these skeletons litter this room. But you don't know why.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to Nyla. Look at her.
She wearing the crown.
Give me the crown.
Just gonna hand it over.
My
I'm
turn.
so sorry.
No.
I'm joking. That was an OC.
I'm gonna,
What's to do with the crown?
I'm gonna jump off of Rovan, open his shell, put it in with a bunch of wrappings, close it, sit back down. We decide not to touch something, let's actually not touch it.
Yes,
Walking
ma'am.
up and not even knowing what happened. You look like you died.
I did.
We did.
I feel just fine.
Yeah.
General has redeemed a hydrate.
I just used a water bottle. My second
Here,
water bottle.
Nyla,
actually.
you can have some of mine.
Thanks.
Here, open wide.
It actually gonna take 5 minutes. I gotta use the bathroom and get another water bottle.
All right. We are an hour and a half in to the 3-hour stream, so please feel free to take a break, hydrate, get a snack, whatever you wish to do. And while we take a break, Wisps, thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. We're glad to have you. You three, what do you think so far?
This is spectacular. That was
Fun. Fun. I kind of wish we could have been able to just explore like with all the crown hooks, so that's how we had to explore the entire area. That'd been fun. But this is cool still. It's like, oh great.
Who knows?
I'd like to say it's been a year. This is the year that it's been
Tomorrow's a year.
tomorrow's a year.
Huh.
Mhm. So here we are.
Very
We've done great, I think. It's been amazing.
Hmm.
And for that, this being like the almost, year stream, I think it's been really great. Especially just wow. Lots of fun. Woo! Let's go. Awesome.
This last year has been very entertaining.
Absolutely. Feels good.
Hmm.
I'm so glad I met you all. Thank you for all of this. Genuinely.
This is a lot of fun. And I cannot wait for more.
Absolutely.
I really like his like Legend of Zelda vibes from Twilight Princess. Not Twilight. Is it Twilight? I think it's Twilight. Shaping up from darkness to refined.
Mm.
Or was it Ocarina? Probably multiple.
Oh, are you listening in with the music?
No, I'm just talking about the castle and what happened.
Mm.
It was crazy.
Hmm. Good.
Did that get out all of your rage, Lance?
What do you
Well,
mean?
killing all of us.
Yeah.
Congratulations, TPK, that was
Yeah.
your first one! TPK, officially, we all died!
Technically speaking, I didn't kill you all.
We killed ourselves.
No?
No, he
Right,
killed that other people who...
Nyla killed us.
Nyla killed us. Thanks, Nyla.
I killed whoever's
Shut up.
body you all were controlling.
I gave us the experience of dying.
Nyla gave you the experience that each of the bodies you took control of went through.
Oh, fun question. I wouldn't remember any of this. But are they looking down and do they see their dead body that they inhabited?
I would be interested because I'd be wondering if I just control them.
Fun question.
Hmm.
Rondo's
knows?
just looking around like,
I was actually wondering the same thing.
All of them
Rondo's
are
just
in...
looking around is like, you're all crazy.
There are a
Maybe
bunch
you
of
gotta go to base
skeletal...
camp.
There are a bunch of skeletal remains, so who knows? Perhaps. Perhaps one of them, based off of where you all saw yourselves die. There are skeletons in those places.
Fun.
One crushed, one with the collarbone destroyed and broken part of the way through, and some of the rib cage destroyed from what looks like some kind of blade wound. One of them a slash across the back of the rib cage and spine, and the other with what looks to be a very large axe blade space in the spine and the back of the rib cage, up from shoulder down to the side.
Actually, you see that? Because I'll not be doing that again.
That is looking like crazy.
You were just a few seconds ago.
It's
Was it?
normal, everything.
What goes around comes around.
He wasn't crazy, he was clean.
Yeah, you always
I was noble. I was refined.
So, you all find yourselves returned, still in this room, now with a little bit more understanding. With a little bit more understanding of what happened here. What would you all like to do?
No, Jorno's. I'm gonna check the back door. The one behind the throne.
The door behind the throne feels as though it's been barricaded from the other side.
Ooh, it's still barricaded after all these years. Is there gaps in it now? Since it's so old? Like people try to get in?
It seems old. And it seems decrepit. You can't tell if it's because somebody tried to get in or because it just fell apart, but as you pull on the handle, you can feel the portion of the door that the handle connects to. And then you push on it, trying to open it the way it's supposed to. It doesn't budge forward, and as you try to pull it to try and pull it open instead, that portion of the handle, that portion of the door where the handle connects, feels as though it's about to pull that piece of wood off the door.
I turn and look at Dwindle. You can probably just break it down.
I was gonna ask if I could do that. But we need the others to have some fun. So is it metal? Is it wood?
It's wood. The handles are metal, but...
Alrighty. Come on, blunt. Whammo.
Alright. I won't even make you roll to hit or deal damage or anything like that, as the door itself is basically falling apart. You hit it, and as your axe hits, it pierces through the wood that has been left to rot. And it splits a couple of extra feet on either side, or a couple of extra inches on either end of the axe head. And as you pull your axe back out, you pull the door in half, actually, as it basically folds in on itself, but it's still connected to the hinges. The top half holding onto the top hinge, bottom half holding onto the bottom hinge, and it folds in and basically collapses on itself off to the side as the door swings around with the hinges. And you can see on the other side there is a number of what used to be chairs and small nightstands that look to be part of the hallway that is on the other side of this door. It seems to have been what they barricaded this door with. And as you open this door this way, a number of them fall in to this throne room and kind of make a haphazard means of getting through it, but with the light from your torch as well as your dark vision, you can see it is a hallway that connects to another portion of the castle.
We got a lot of castle to explore.
Yes, there is. Buddy.
So what shall we do?
I chopped
Shall
down
we
a
go
door.
get... You did chop down a door. But are we gonna go explore and scout out more? Or are we gonna go get the others and separate into teams so we can look at this castle even more?
I mean, first question. I feel like this makes a good base cap. How do everybody else agree? No, yes.
Yeah, so
Maybe clear out
Ooh.
some skeletons first.
Agreed.
Oh, perfectly fine with that, yes.
I think this is a good base camp.
Mhm. I'm gonna take the throne and I'm gonna like push it up from the back and like
It's stone.
move the skeleton. It's stone. Oh man.
Yep. It is a solid piece of stone. However, you can make a strength check if you'd like.
Dwindle. Nice craftsmanship. Breaks down door. No.
15, 19.
19. You try to push the stone throne forward. And it doesn't tip, per se. You feel it slide forward. Ever so slightly. It's difficult, to say the very least, to even get it to move half an inch. But it slides.
I'm just gonna ask the question that we're all thinking. Is there a little escape place underneath it?
Is there?
Can't really tell.
Signs of a...
One more. Wait, does Dwindle like ask does like? Because May wouldn't think of that.
It has moved a whole half inch.
Yeah, May wouldn't think about that, so she would not
Journal.
push it anymore.
Walks over. What are you doing?
I just wanted to clear the skeleton off of it. I really wanted to sit in it. Without touching, of course.
Looks down. I'm gonna try and help push.
All right, both
He's
of
a
you can make.
dwarf. This is dwarf and mechanics right here.
Both of you can roll separate strength checks, or one of you can roll at advantage.
I give Dwindle advantage.
15 plus a lot. 7, I think. 22.
For a strength check.
I think. Yep. 22.
Just flat strength.
Flat strength? Okay. 19.
It moves
Do I
another
have my
half
proficiency?
inch, and you can see that there is a small gap now.
Oh.
Keep pushing, buddy. Keep
Wendell
pushing.
smiles.
I'm just gonna look at them like,
Humans.
are they still
Silly Dwarves
delirious?
are not dwarves' ideas. Takes the two of his javelins and pulls back. Using leverage.
May's gonna use the end of her spear and help you.
Both of you can roll athletics checks.
Athletics, got you.
Mm-hmm.
12,
This isn't
Natural
Bruce strengthening
20.
it. This
16.
isn't Bruce strengthening it anymore. This is leveraging it using your body weight and physical strength. So, the two of you manage to get it to lean forward. And you can see that there is, in fact, a gap, a square hole in the stone flooring. However, as you both pull back to get the stone throne to lean forward so you can see, it continues. And then falls over. And there's a loud boom crash as the old stone throne falls forward, crushing the remnants of this king underneath it and smashing the skeleton, as well as a good portion of the stairs leading down to the floor. And there is a very long moment of silence. However,
He seemed like a douche anyways. It's fine.
However, there is a hole underneath it. Seems small enough for one person.
Peeks over. With the torch.
It is a narrow path with a ladder going down deeper. It only goes about maybe 30 feet. You can see the bottom with your dark vision. However, it seems like it may be connected to a hallway. You're not entirely sure as you can only look straight down.
Okay.
Is the front attack? Yes, no? Hopefully so. Is the front attack?
Intact. Not really. The main throne itself is mostly intact, but where it had crashed down, there's visible damage on the handle that had made contact with the steps, as well as the top of the throne that had crashed into the floor itself.
Okay.
He's just like, bed dwindle. It's
The turn to Dwindle.
gonna try and pop the thing back up. No, not onto that. He's gonna write it so people can look at it and sit on it if they want. It's like, Carry more clearly more about the throat.
Dwindle. There's a
What?
hole.
I know.
Stop worrying about the
Look,
throne. There's a hole.
points to the throne. Thing for us to tie rope to. In case rope
Oh.
breaks.
Oh. Good thinking.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he's
pull
gonna
out.
spend however long it takes for him to write it.
I guess I'll help you then.
Alright. Since you're trying to manhandle it, basically, to try and get it upright again, I would like base strength checks from both of you, or one of you at advantage.
I
I'll
got 18.
Yeah, advantage to Dwindle.
Cocked. 21.
21. Okay. With May's help, Dwindle and May are able to slowly and carefully, quote unquote, get the throne at least standing back to its right up position. But now it's no longer on its pedestal, it's on the main ground floor of this throne room.
Cleans it off. Sorry. That's it. Now, ties rope.
I'm gonna look at me and I like go, you guys want to go signal the others and let them know where we're at and everything? Because we're only supposed to be scouting.
I don't want to scout down there.
Right.
Kind of wanna search down
How-
there
how-
first.
How
before
big
we
is
down
this
there.
hole?
It's enough for one person to go down at a time. It's almost like a manhole kind of thing. It's got a ladder on one of the walls, and it goes straight down for about 30 feet before it reaches the bottom.
Oi, fairy. Oh, down.
Yes.
You may be repelled.
That was my plan. But I still wanted those two to tell the others before we got lost or anything.
See what's down there.
Yep. I'm gonna start
What?
tying the rope around my stomach.
Dwindle hands. Torch. It just starts slowing her down.
I also make sure I have my sickles on me. Just in case.
All of your weapons are back, all of your gear is back. You're no longer wearing the noble clothing either.
Odd found them itchy.
Understandable.
But you also have
So,
things that
I'm gonna-
worked.
I'm gonna try to go down the ladder while he's also putting me down, just to see how sturdy it is.
It is carved into the stone wall.
Ooh. Good for them.
I think you guys will be okay coming down this.
Great, now
If
I'm more
anybody
worried
else
about-
does come down.
I'm more worried about the thing that might be defending it.
I'm gonna look back up.
Yeah,
Why
she's
am I a sacrifice?
You're not a sacrifice, you're... I
You're a
can quickly
hero!
Pull you back up. I can quickly pull you back up. Yeah.
No. Yay! I'm the sacrifice.
just moves. Just gently just moves the rope away from the ladder.
King Julian, I want to be a sacrifice!
Sacrifice.
Hey, look, you're flying again.
Mort, I need you to be a blood sacrifice to the volcano. King Julian, I want to be a sacrifice! Ah, boy. So, are you going all the way down, Odile?
Yep.
Okay. You reach the
Ronald's
bottom.
Watching.
Dwindle, you see Odile hit the bottom. Odile, you turn around and you see a hallway. Just big enough for one person.
Okay.
It's a long hallway. It reaches beyond your dark vision. And you see what look to be torches in torch holders very small ones along the wall. However, they are not lit, and it looks like they have not been touched in far too long for them to function anymore.
Maybe I'll back up. Can you guys throw me some more stuff to light torches? Because it seems like there's torches down here.
Yeah, we have a torch.
Do you want me
Yeah,
to just
but I
come
don't
down
want
with
to-
you?
No,
light
it looks like it
torches.
only fit. It looks like it's a long. Like I can't even see how long this hallway is, but
You see
it looks
anything?
like. Besides the torches, no. But it also
Right.
doesn't. It's not. No, Dwindle, stop. It's not big enough. It's only big enough to fit one person. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The dwindle's going down. I knew it.
Dwindle.
You got a dwarf and secret tunnels.
Yeah, no, it's also going down.
It's home.
Yeah, we're all going down.
This gonna get
No one's going to protect my Rovan.
this gonna
Rowan, you
get-
watched for us. Thank you, buddy.
This gonna
Pats him before going down.
this gonna get very claustrophobic very fast.
Yeah, it is, and I just got trampled.
Dwindle don't
So
care.
I
Dwindle felt good at
prefer-
home. It's like, reminds me of home. The tunnels, this isn't like going down bark streaked. There's no bog, but
Come on, guys, keep it moving. I'm still on the ladder here.
Oh yeah.
Dwindle stops. There's a person coming down gets poked.
Okay,
The
guys,
hell with Spike?
stop. Stop. If there's something down here, all four of us being in this tunnel is not safe. We'll all die. Okay? It's not safe. Most, we should do two of us, okay?
Right.
Campfire. I want to
Lead.
stay down here. I can help light the torches and stuff.
Okay, well, I'm already down here, so obviously I'm already in here. Who went down the ladder next?
Made it, I guess I'll go up. Or wait, it was you, Dwindle, Nyla, May.
Now
I
you're
did
going
say I
back
was
up.
calling her down earlier.
Are we gonna have to roll to see who got to the ladder first, Dwindle or
Very
Nyla?
possibly.
Dwindle's lowering her down.
Yeah. Because Dwindle's lowering me down, so...
Oh yeah, so Nyla.
He's
yeah, she
just
was
standing
calling
there
her
on
before
top.
then.
It's like, yeah.
So, okay, so May, Dwindle, you guys stay up there. Okay?
Ugh.
Persuasion.
We found the hole.
Persuasion. You're telling the dwarf not to go into someplace cramped underground. You did die
Don't I
much
have a
of
really
fright.
bad at persuasion, don't I? Ugh, and it's me doing it. Does a 15 work?
For what?
Persuasion. Please.
He says, but you don't touch anything.
I'm doing persuasion for once.
Dwindle goes back up. Now you gotta go back up too. Helmet's back in. He's chasing.
Very well.
Alright.
Dwindle's sitting in front.
Are you ready, Nyla?
Well, Nyla, please prestidigitation to light those torches. Or at least one of them. We'll see how the first one goes and then light more of them if it doesn't explode or something.
So. After that chaos, I am very confused as to what's happening.
Everybody's down.
Yeah, me and Nyla are in the tunnel going, and then May and Dwindle are with Rovan up on the base camp. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Sitting down.
Dwindle's on the throne. May is next to Rovan, just being like, "It's okay, buddy.
Start thinking.
It's okay."
You want to figure out how it works?
Oh, what works? Looks at
Nods.
Rovan.
Nods.
Opens the turtle shell for her
You can't
tools.
even, nope, you can't even open it.
We're gonna
He
figure it
keeps
out.
getting shot. He realizes what you're doing and he starts running. You guys have to catch him now. He's like, nope, mm-mm. So athletics if you want to catch him to get him open.
Dirty
Eight.
20.
Athletics 25.
We're learning today.
Grab his tail. Where do you think you're going?
You know Odd will
Starts spinning.
hurt
Let's
you guys.
go. Bye bye bye. Bowser.
Dwindle grabs his tail. May jumps on top of him.
So,
Oh, wait, ooh. Okay, I'm
Don't worry. I'm a
No.
handling check. 3. Oh no.
Animal handling.
No, where's my okay, where are you? Where's your thing? You're gonna hate me for this.
Been around us long enough, right? You can trust. No.
I'm gonna have him swipe at you guys while you guys try to grab him. Cause right now he's feeling threatened.
Oh, I was serious. May's on top of him now.
He can still keep swiping.
Oh.
And he's not opening his shell. That is a hard mechanic, so you have to do what what kind of thing would you have to do to figure out how to open his shell?
I can think of a multiple assortment of ways to open up the shell.
Oh, you damaged Rovan. Odd's gonna come after you.
Do they hear this going on upstairs?
No, that's the best part. They're going underground. And they start scampering. Maybe just.
We're probably just think it's rats.
It's
Oh my
okay,
poor
buddy.
boy.
We're not gonna hurt you. Maybe Dwindle might,
He's
but I
just
won't let him.
he's just growling ferociously.
Well, I just want to see how you work. Come on. What if the worst happens to your little fairy friend? And you get hurt or broken down?
We sent her down there with someone who is just as crazy as me. You think she's gonna survive? I don't. You're stuck with us, buddy.
He wants it to stay here, not Chazo. Yeah.
Try to use strength to get them off of Rovan.
Alright, let's see.
Poor boy.
Just sits on him.
He's just like wiggling around, just trying to get off, because that was a 1. That was a nat 1.
Dwindle's just picked up the entire fin at this point. Yeah.
Looking at the inside works of it through the joints.
Did you see anything? What is he?
Do I see anything?
He's
Let me
whimpering
see.
now.
Can I give an inspection?
Investigation.
Go for it.
Nah.
Uh,
I got a 12.
okay, so from looking from underneath, you just see like a bunch of coils and wires. You can obviously see his talons on his feet. You can see maybe a few hinges underneath the shell. But you can't really see the full mechanism. Like, you're just seeing basics, honestly.
Just holding up. What do I see from a dirty 20 investigation for looking for hatches and whatnot, how to get in? Dwindle's been watching.
Okay.
You got an interesting thing, and Dwindle's every once in a while when you open him up, Dwindle's watching, so he has a pretty good idea where to look.
Yeah, you do. So she did make a little hatch thing. Typically, she just has to tap his back, and he knows to open up for her. But there is a little hatch thing, so just in case that function malfunctions. So while Dwindle's lifting him, he's seeing a lot more details. He's seeing a lot more screws, bolts. And he's also seeing where the areas are for the wings that are hidden that you guys still can't see.
That is.
But underneath, on the left-hand side, he sees this weird little divot in the shell that doesn't look like the rest of it. Like, everything else is, like, nice and smooth, worked out, but this one little divot is just chilling right there.
Coke.
Yeah, and she had to, like, you grab your finger, and it pulls up, and then you can open it. So basically, you have to put the boy down. Put the poor boy down.
Whispers in his ear. You gonna move?
Huh?
He just whimpers.
Good boy. Stay still. Not gonna hurt you. Just want to see how you work.
He's just gonna hands around his neck. It's okay, buddy. It's all
He's gonna look at Nay, and then lick her with his metal tongue.
Ow!
And if Rovan could smile, he would.
Aw.
Puts it down. Is just looking inside. Not really like. No, it's just like.
How's it going, Dwindle?
You need to roll another one for the inside.
Well, while you two are invading,
Natural 20.
while you two are invading, Rovan's personal bits, Nyla and Odile, you two are walking down the hall, I assume. Okay. Well, as you two walk down this hallway, you come to what seems to be a last-ditch effort, as there is an iron-barred gate with a keyhole on one side, this side.
I'm gonna pick it if it's not already open.
Okay. Need a sleight of hand.
I'm just gonna hold the torch.
That's a 26.
You hear a click,
Wow.
and it opens very easily. And the hallway continues to what seems to be an underground cavern. This underground cavern, it's almost like a very large... It's not large enough to be expansive, but it's large enough to hold a small boat. And there is a small makeshift dock, if you could call it that, with what remains of it. The water itself that the boat kind of sits in, or sat in, is now frozen. The boat's frozen into the water. And you can see, at the far end of this cavern, kind of off to the side a little bit, is a hole where this ice continues, and it kind of rounds a corner into the rest of the cave, wherever it leads. Looking around, there are a few small crates that have kind of slowly given into age. You can smell rotting food, as there's what once was a crate of what seemed to be rations or some kind of fruit, kind of just left to rot. It seemed like this was almost like an escape route, just in case, but was never used.
All I'm thinking is, man, that the ocean must have rose by a lot.
Oh, I guess it was just all too quick.
Well, it seemed like it. I mean, I try to get you three out of there, but 3 times.
We had other things to worry about.
Yes, a pretty crown.
I thought it might stop what was happening.
Stop. It was the past. You can't stop what happened in the past. All I was worried about is if we died in the past.
Yeah, me too. I thought that if I took the crown, though, that maybe this spell would stop, and that if we would have died in it, it just would have sent us back here.
What is done is done.
Should we follow the ice around, see where it goes? I don't think there's much point in doing that.
I don't see
Let's
much
see if
point
there's
on
any
it.
other things.
I don't see much point for doing it right now.
Should we go back up?
Yeah. We can explore this more. We have other things to worry about, honestly.
True.
And this just looks like a complete escape route. If anything, we're just probably just gonna find more rations, more boats, skeletons.
Yeah.
Sure,
There aren't any
Bear
other
Grylls is
doors or
kinda
any other
closer.
exits, right?
Doesn't seem to be any other exits or anything.
Yeah, let's head back up.
After
20.
you.
So 21 on the investigation. Because netto 20. Plus 1.
As you head back, you realize that the door you had picked and opened is now closed again.
Can I pick it again?
It would be a disadvantage since you're on the opposite side, but you could try to reach through the bars.
That's a nat 1. Plus 9, so 10.
A 10. Doesn't seem to budge.
Try again.
Sure.
Basically, I'm going to keep trying until either I succeed or something else happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
13. As you attempt again and you pay a little bit more attention due to the nat 1 last time as a player, this time, feeling it around and trying to open it up, you realize you have locked one of the pins in place in the lock itself. This has just become quite a bit harder to try and open.
If I can't get it out, I'm going to see if there's like hinges around the door and try to get through it a different way.
Okay. Investigation. Or sleight of hand if you'd like to try again. As I said, it's at disadvantage, though.
Yeah, I think I'll do investigation and then try it again if that doesn't work.
Okay.
After she tries again, if she still fails, I'm gonna try.
There's that one.
This
So,
door...
4 for investigation.
This door's magic.
Okay.
No. You can see
Try
that
another
there...
sleight of hand.
You can see that there are hinges, per se, but because of how rusted over and how minerals have kind of deposited themselves on top of everything here due to the cavern behind, causing wind to blow in and dust, and dirt, and so on gathering. The hinges seem to have been entirely rusted over. The fact that this door even operates correctly is a miracle, to say the least.
Well, I'll try
Should I
my
go for
luck.
investigation? for another sleight of hand?
Sure.
Does
Yeah, I can try and sleight of hand.
Alright.
I'll give it a try.
12.
12. It's not budging.
How about 17?
With a 17, Odile feeling around and giving Nyla a second to step back and breathe, Odile is able to brute force the locked pin back to normal, kind of forcing it in and then back out, or letting it fall back out, and then moving it where it needs to go. Odile's able to unlock this lock, and you pull the door open. The door is unlocked.
I look up at Nyla. After you.
Can I have my pick back?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
No problem.
Pets, Rovan. See, was if that's that bad.
Are you finished by the time that they are?
No, he spent a minute on it and just, I'm done.
Okay.
Just looking at how it works and everything. Like, apparently he has a pretty good idea of how it's working, apparently. For a natural 20.
Oh yeah, you got a nice look at some of the gears.
I'm a
And
child.
probably found all the probably saw all the odds and bits around it. It's just like, we've got a lot of stuff in here. How in the world does this stuff not get clogged up into the gears? I've seen this thing. How do you not get clogged up? I've seen you get wrong things. How in the world do you not get? There's fabric in here.
Maybe we should clean them while we're at 'em.
No,
There's
don't
fab-
touch their stuff. But at the same time, there's a small chain in here. How does this thing not?
Oh, you find a lot of things in there, including a ruby. And a lantern. And a few other little things
Just
that you should
small,
find.
the small stuff that can just easily get clogged up in the gear
Hmm.
and just ruin it. And he's just like,
But she has it a certain way that there's a protective kind of like sheet thing around them, so it can't get into those.
that makes more sense.
So,
Don't worry, she's fun with this.
while
Just
May
pets him and lets him
and
go.
so May and Kendall, as they're down there and as you're messing with Rovan, you notice that the door that you opened, the door that was behind the throne, has now been forcibly closed again. There's
Wasn't that open just a minute
So
ago?
didn't I just?
Yeah.
We're inside a giant mimic. No.
nah, that'd be too
Oh.
easy. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea. That shit's funny, but no, I'd have to create a whole stat block for that, and I'm too lazy for that.
Mimic spawning. They're terrifying.
So, anywho, the door that you had opened is now forcibly closed again.
Is the throne going back to the?
No.
Drendel. Okay. Good. On guard, Rothod. That's not right.
You want to try opening it again?
I don't want to touch this thing again. It just stood up again. Look at this. It's like I never touched it.
It is still
Oh.
broken. It's just, it seems like it has been forcibly put, like, back together and then closed again.
So it went back up. You said it fell over. So the thing is,
It
literally
had
just
caved in, kind of, like how you pulled the axe out. It pulled the door towards the axe, but with the hinges, so it kind of like folded over on itself. Now it's almost like somebody has forced it back to normal with the crack and destruction of your axe still in it, and has just closed it.
No, 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 no.
Wait, what about all the items that fell out? Are
They've
they
been
still like all over the ground?
they've been forced out of the way.
Just looks down inside a thing. Hurry up! We might have company. Sends a little echo down the thing.
I'm just gonna grab my spear back from my back.
Ready, shield, and this.
We're just casually walking. Like, where in the world?
That was a little bit sulky after failing all those
So,
times on the door.
looks to me. If it's, just does a little massive sign, we hop down.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I don't know what this
Or we
is.
go back and tell the others.
Well, even them.
Split up. You go get those two, I'll go get the rest.
Sounds good.
Got you.
May,
And hand storage.
Yes.
as you get to the door that you all used to get in here, it's closed.
Lentil, I think we got a problem.
That one
it
too.
wood? That one too. And then I'm gonna go back down.
If there was only some way we could magically communicate with people. See, that's good magic. That's good magic.
Only I had remembered before I went down.
I just said a basic cantrip.
Let me see.
No, I don't have a cantrip right now.
I have to be able to see you to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sending. Sending's nice. I don't think we have any real full spellcasters.
Can I roll perception on Rovan to see if
Sure.
he sees anything?
Sure.
Okay.
How do?
Do I add my perception
How many spells?
modifier to his or no? Or is he just flat?
It should be on his sheet, talking about, or it should, if you go to class features, it should be under your defender, your steel defender. It should explain to you how his rolling works, because I do not remember off the top of my head if he gets your proficiencies or not. I don't think he does, but
I've got sending.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know how many spell slots I have. That's why I just don't really use my spells, because I have no idea how many I have.
What level are you for a spellcaster? Spellcasting both each. Like, what do you have? Like, what class? Which class?
What's my class? I'm a Vestal. It's a
Okay,
home...
I cannot help you whatsoever with that.
What? It's basically like a cleric.
So if it's just actually full on like a cleric, you have first spell slots, and if it's you just go off the cleric's spell levels and slots, then
Should I do that, Lance?
It should
off
be
clerics?
on your class PDF. It should tell you how many spell slots of each spell level you have per level.
Is that what that first sheet is? The proficiency bonus features, cantrips,
table.
or is that just
Table.
know how many?
Does it
off the
say
table?
Is
at
there
the
a
top
table of
right
contents?
cantrips first, second, third, fourth?
Yeah.
Yep,
You should have
that's
3 level 3, 3 level 2, 4 level 1.
yep. That
No.
should tell you how many of each
Or
spell
10.
spell slot.
Sorry, spell slot.
You've
That
had
many.
spells the entire time.
Oh,
Just use them once or twice.
thank you. Okay, I'm gonna use sending.
Oh, I just popped my elbow.
25 words. 25 words, remember?
Yep.
And everybody on this, so you can send it to what how sending works is you can send it if you know the
Anywhere as
person,
long as you know what it is.
or if you get a description of somebody, you got 25 words and does it have to be just plain? I think it could be off plane, or is it plain
I think
limited?
it's limited.
Sending
Plane.
is the plane that you're currently on.
Okay. Long story short, you got 25 words.
Gonna send it to Nyla. Get up here, guys. We're in some trouble.
You got
That's
a lot
all that
more.
we need. That should
Alright,
be
we
enough
should
for
hurry up.
them to rush up.
Mr. May, and apparently they're in trouble.
That's a fun
I'm
face.
pretty
Just
sure you heard
walking
that.
his head randomly. No idea, no one had any idea, and just suddenly her voice in your head.
Okay, well, you're in front of me, so you can speed up.
That's
Losing it.
What?
feet.
Dwindle
Question?
Answer. Let's
I'm
see if
putting
they
on
match.
5
What's PB stand for?
Proficiency
proficiency
bonus.
bonus.
Okay. Where is my proficiency bonus?
Dwindle is placing all 5 javelins that he has left in a defensive row, like
Okay.
around him, and like just the ready position for throwing.
Okay. Okay, so Robot's got an 18.
Nice. Rovan looks around. Shadow passes into one of the corners before disappearing into the darkness.
Sweet.
He's gonna take a stance and start growling and wanting to charge.
What do you say, boy? Dwindle is now the javelin's in the right place. He's gonna get a stack of the old armor, just making a stack. That's like a little place you're gonna have a bit of barricade of sorts. So it's like he's using the throw and everything. He's making a barricade perimeter with the
Alright.
javelins on pointing up there. And he's like making a trench area real quick. He's like,
Maybe we'll just hop on side and hang out with you in there with their spear. At the ready.
making a 10-foot by 10-foot little area with this circle. With the whole thing in there.
Well, Nyla and Odile make it up and out and can see, considering the ladder is technically directed to where when you get up you can actually see the door that was originally behind the throne. You can see that door has been closed again.
Wasn't that broken a few minutes ago?
Oi, no, this is what I'm saying. We have trouble. What took you so long?
Yep, one upstairs is 2. One up
There was a door down there too. Long story. What's happening up here?
Don't know. We have companies out.
Is Rovan in your barricade or is he outside the barricade?
Robots in the barricade, and he's still making a little defensive perimeter. He's like, under attack stage.
I'm gonna jump on Rovan and just look in the direction he's looking.
Join the
Do
barricade.
you see anything?
It's a good question.
I'm gonna give perception.
Wendell has stationed a torch right above in the center of the
We all roll
on
perception.
the corners
If you'd like.
of it now.
14.
Yes.
I got a 14 on perception.
Hmm.
I got a 7. I don't see nothing.
I'm so happy about somebody.
I got a 12 on perception.
Very nice.
That's on top of every dice. 15, 19
Nice.
perception.
Anybody that got over a 17 watches as a shadow streaks across one of the walls into another corner and disappears into the darkness outside of one's dark vision.
Wendell have any idea what that is? Ghost?
I'm gonna look to the others. Do you guys see anything? But
There's a shadow
Nothing here.
moved across the wall.
to
Something
where?
points to it and it went into the wall. It went into the wall?
It disappeared into the darkness beyond your dark vision.
It's out of my peripheral range.
Hmm.
There's something definitely here though. It's stalking about us.
Kind of shadow.
I'm gonna look at the other.
Not
You
Skia
think it's
Shadow.
Skia?
I'm gonna look at the others.
What type of shadow? What?
See, Natalie wouldn't know that though, because she didn't see it, but she hears shadow, so
Mm-hmm.
shadow.
And I don't think Dwindle knows what Skia looks like.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He does. It just he doesn't realize that's Skia. Because
Yeah.
remember
He
he's
has
found
no
in the
idea.
Oh, right.
in the thing.
Yeah, for Dwindle, it
Ah.
doesn't look like the helpful shadow.
Oh, you're right.
I'm gonna look at the others. Look back in the direction that he just pointed at. Look at Roban. And I'm gonna command him to jump over the barricade that Dwindle just made and go towards where this darkness area is that Dwindle just pointed towards.
Where are you going?
As you get closer,
Yeah.
you see nothing. There's nothing in the corner. There's nothing around the columns. There's nothing.
There's nothing here.
We're just going out and finding the others.
When I went, the door was closed. Maybe I should have checked, but honestly, I didn't want to because if something's there, it's obviously not wanting us to leave. I'm not doing that.
Either
no.
that or it just wants to keep the cold out.
Ha ha.
I'm gonna go check.
I'll just follow you. Yep.
I'll stay down here looking around while Dwindle stays in his.
To unlock.
So what's happening?
Is there anything on the door, like the original door, to unlock? Ryla's gonna go up there and see if she can get through it.
As you try to open the door, it opens.
Yes.
Guys, it's open!
Listen. Listen. It was scary at the moment, okay? Stop judging. I see it in your face.
Should we go find the others?
Yes, yes, please. I'm joking. Please, let's go find the others.
I need to roll a d8.
Alright, I'm trying to find my notepad which has all my equipment in it. I had
Ah.
15.
Are you guys following?
I had 15
Wonderful.
notes, torches. So yeah, I guess he's gonna follow. everybody's
Well-
going. This just looks at this.
Oh, it's still in the main room. She's not
Pick
going.
I want everyone.
Come on. Come on. It's alright.
I want everyone to pick a number between 1 and 8.
6.
Can we choose the same number?
7.
3.
4.
Okay.
It's Switch and me. Which one of us take its stake and include any other party? I don't know
Hyla.
where that notepad was.
Yes.
You feel a chill run down your spine as you hear right next to your earlobe.
Gonna turn. What?
And there's nothing there.
What?
What?
There's nothing
Edna?
there.
Maybe the wind or something. Go on.
There's no wind down here.
I don't know.
Come on, we're getting chased by something that is something that is pretty much a shadow. Anything else?
I mean, it was like a cold something up my spine, and then I heard it. I heard like a right next to me, but there's nothing there.
Oh,
Getting hunted.
this place is definitely haunted. Let's just go find the rest.
Has this 5 javelins just carrying him? Puts in the backpack. Puts in the backpack.
So you're all heading back to where you came in?
Well,
I was just chilling there. She's just looking at the others like, wow, you guys are really still with me from that, huh? I am not putting Rovan up and down that tower again. I'll wait for you guys here.
Oh, if Odo hasn't left the barricade, he's staying in the barricade.
Oh.
No, I'm outside of the barricade. I'm just going around the perimeter trying to figure out where this shadow thing that you saw was.
Oh, so you're still in the room.
Yeah, I'm still in the room. I'm still in the throne room.
That's good to know.
Goes back. Goes back to help out the other one. Groups of 2.
As you turn around to head back, the door is closed.
And we left her in here, kicks the door. Actually trying to break it off its hinges.
So is Dwindle with us?
Left there,
Oh no. She's locked in.
rage.
Try opening it. It was unlocked last time.
Oh no, he's just kicking it down. Kicking the door inward, just flying it. 20.
You can always try the handle
27?
first. Just saying.
27 will hit, and you kick it clean off the hinges as it is very old and very decrepit.
Grabs the door and hurls it.
I'm just gonna see this and go, or
20. Athletics.
Mm-hmm. You definitely throw it.
oh, what are you doing?
We're
There's no
leaving.
need for that. I'm good here. Okay? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be putting Rovan up and down that thing. The pulley system.
We're
And
not
this is
going
gonna be our
outside,
base
we're
camp
getting-
anyway.
We're going back to the group.
Yeah, the group is outside. They're outside the tower.
By this
They're
time, it
bringing
should be done.
everything in the tower.
Yeah, so you guys can go get them and come back. I'll be fine.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
I know. I know. If anything, I can start cleaning up all these skeletons. Unless if
You
Dwindle
please
wants to
don't
stay with me.
Gwendolyn's gonna stay.
Well then, Dwindle, you can make your barricade a little bit bigger, I guess.
One moment. I'll be right back. I'll see if them. I'll see if they're in. Be watching.
guess the two of us should go and find the others, and they're staying here.
I guess.
As long as she's not alone.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as she's not alone.
She's not having a care in the world. She's just thinking you guys are still loopy from the experience we just had.
So, Nyla and May, you make your way back towards where you entered. The hall's unchanging, unlike the last place you were in with hallways like this. You find the way back very easily, and you actually hear commotion as the group has made their way in through the wall as they had planned. The wall of that tower has been taken out, and they have made their way down the tower into the castle itself alongside you all. It seems that they're mostly getting stuff into this hallway that you originally had entered through, and trying to get everything out of the cold.
We're gonna make our way towards that noise and see how far they've come along before telling them, guys, this place is haunted. That's what May says.
Yeah, probably is.
Doors slamming shut. Weird parties. Apparently hearing voices. Voices? What did you
It wasn't a
even hear?
voice, it was just like a harsh breath or something.
Well, it might have been me. Lack of
That's
cardio.
possible.
Lack of
Kara looks to you and kind of looks around at the group, then back to you. Makes sense. I mean, sometimes places like this can be. Spirits hold on to certain places. Makes it a little more difficult, but we can usually deal with it.
Just, we did find the throne room. It's covered in skeletons. I know that ODL and Dwindle are cleaning it out. Well, Dwindle not so much, but ODL is definitely trying.
That's
Do you
good.
guys need any help?
For right now, we do need to start packing this stuff to wherever you all decided camp should be. Did you find anywhere spacious with little...
I mean, the throne room seems
Yeah,
like as good a
throne
place as any.
Okay. As long as it's close by, we can move everything very quickly. I'll get Lork and A to, Lork and Yorm to get things moving. They'll pull the sled alongside the rams that your friend brought, so that we can get all of the stuff to this throne room. Is there anything along the way that we need to worry about? Anything like trap-wise or anything like that?
No, it's just a door that keeps closing by itself.
That's fair. Alright. Yeah, we can use the throne room. If it's got plenty of space and it's not being pelted by the elements, then it should be fine. We can set up camp there.
Very well.
Good.
May's gonna grab some of the items that she can and start leading the way.
Good. Dwindle.
Dwindle is just making it bigger.
Dwindle, Odile. Dwindle, as you're building up the barricade and using just about anything you can to create a bigger barricade just in case, the best thing to use would be an old door. However, you look around and you find the door that you kicked off the hinges is no longer there.
Is just staring up at where he knows where it is.
The door is back on the hinges and closed once again.
Hinges, damn it.
However, that's not the only one anymore. The doors that were rotted and broken down are also closed and back to normal.
Is there anyone here?
The grand entrance is the only door left cracked.
Like damaged still, or?
They're all still damaged. It's just they're put back together enough.
He's just looking up top. He sees his foot. The hole where his foot was.
Mm-hmm. You also happen to see, in the corner of your eye, a figure for only a moment.
Door stuck! Door stuck! Please!
Just angrily, just
Wendell's not having fun.
like,
I don't know if you all
Cut
could
through it.
hear that. I don't know if you all are watching the stream, but General just redeemed the door stuck sound, and I just that just cracked me up. Oh man. Door stuck! Door stuck! But as you look up at the balcony, you see what looks like a figure in the corner of your eyes for a moment, and then you look to where it is, and there's nothing there.
just got the throw javelin. Makes a second layer of defenses.
As we get back to the door
It is shut.
that was apparently supposed to be open and broken,
John Doe's sitting on the throne with his defenses made.
May's gonna look at Nyla and say, He was broken.
Yeah.
He broke it. Off the hinges. And it's closed!
I mean, the other one did the same
Kara,
thing.
is this normal? Kara's...
Is
Fine, It's
what
fine.
is what normal?
The door, it was literally off the hinges and now it's shut again.
Kind of looks
Yeah,
around.
Dwayne really demolished it before, just a few minutes ago.
She kind of looks around the two of you at the door that's clearly back on the hinges and closed, and doors normally go on hinges?
It was off its hinges, though. It was broken. Nyla, back me up, please. She thinks I'm crazy.
No, it's true, it's true. It was broken a few minutes ago, and not on its hinges. It is apparently a self-healing door, and closing.
um
I mean, the other door in the Great Hall also did the same thing.
okay.
Oh god.
Let's get
Two
base
moments
camp set
later,
up.
Just there's a flood in the door, and poking through it is a javelin.
May, there's a javelin poking through it. May's just gonna, like, knock the door down again.
Okay.
Heating Wendell's just sitting on the throne. Just-
16.
That'll work. The door is thrown off its hinges once again. As the
I'm gonna
old.
toss it down the stairs. Like,
Okay.
okay,
It is destroyed at the bottom.
nice. Never again.
It's got 2-layer wall defense from the throne setting onward.
What if we put something like in the door, in the doorway? See what happens.
Good idea. That's a really good
Hence the
idea.
test of the javelin.
I mean, like, when it's not there.
See if it moves it.
Exactly.
They moved the stuff from the other doors. Remember, because all that stuff fell out?
It's true. Yeah.
How long were they gone?
Based on the fact that they had to walk back and then walk back to the throne room while also helping to move the stuff. Probably 15, 20 minutes.
So enough time for Drendel to have a full-on tantrum rampage.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay,
Just minding her business.
the two grand doors are gone. He's kicked them both in.
And as you turn around, and Odile also happens to look away for a split second, and Dwindle looks back, they're back on their hinges.
I don't think they like you doing that to their doors.
He's gonna rage. He's just gonna go at the doors.
So May and Nyla return to the sound of doors being smashed.
Yes.
And the group, Care, Sarah, Yorm, Lork, Darnock, they all follow along behind May and Nyla to the throne room, where everybody now finds a raging Dwindle just trying to destroy doors. May knocking the door off its hinges and then throwing it down the staircase. Care and her group utterly confused but not saying anything because there's no point in saying anything. And they attempt to move everything into the throne room where they can then set things up for base camp. However, anytime that a door exits everyone's vision, it seems to return to its hinges, closed.
I'm just
All of them.
picturing a door just torn in half and shredded and just X marks everywhere, and it's just somehow magically floating. He's just like...
It returns to solid enough to actually be considered a door, to be held on its hinges.
Endless firewood.
That's a good idea. We should try burning it.
Would the door then be on fire if we stopped looking at it?
The door will be gone.
Are you going to light it on fire?
Takes a puzzle pieces of door and lights it and makes a fire of it.
May's just gonna sit staring at it. Move, I dare you.
As the fire burns and the door becomes smoke.
There's no ventilation in here.
Nothing else happens.
Big enough room.
The door remains in the fire.
Looks back to the big door. Where'd you get the wood from? Just a hole? Like, he's thinking, like, taking slivers of it and whatnot. Just trunks.
What you took is still gone.
Victory. Just sitting both higher then.
And with that, base camp is set up. The doors of endless closing seem to have been weakened of some kind. The group now finds themselves in the throne room, ready to truly explore the castle. Every now and then, someone will notice a shadow or a figure in the corner of their eye, much like you would normally, but looking to see if anyone's actually there. Nothing's there. The group continues to set up camp for the night. And, well, I say for the night, but in reality it's for the time being, as everyone's mostly rather tired and physically exhausted from all of the manual trying to climb and move and drag and set up and all of that. A few hours have passed in total.
During those few hours, can I do attunement?
Yeah.
If I'm not busy helping other people?
You can spend an hour
What?
to... You can spend an hour to attune, using a short rest. So,
Magic guy. You're tuning to the crown?
No.
No.
No, I have 2 things I need to attune.
Oh,
What is it
right.
to?
You're an artificer. Right.
attunement is when you take an item that's magical and requires attunement to basically
Reap its benefits.
Oh.
gain its benefits based off of attunement. There are certain magic items that you pick it up and it just works. And there are certain magic items that you have to attune to for it to work. Like, there are certain swords that are just regular swords until you attune to them, and then the magical effects that they do then become yours to use.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
However, we have 10 minutes till 10:30. So, I think that is a wonderful spot to end tonight's episode. And after 2 weeks of break, as well as, a week of break time, and the second week, this week, being when we got back and played, it appears that May has brought it to my attention earlier that tomorrow marks 1 year that we've played the Journey of Grandiasha.
Ooh.
So, thank all of you, every single one of you, for coming and watching and joining us on this journey. And thank you for tuning in for every episode, watching every episode on YouTube, doing all of that. Thank you for everything and all of the support and everything that all of you viewers do for us. Without you all, this wouldn't really be possible. And thanks to these wonderful, wonderful people that I get to call players, I not only get to DM with wonderful people who have amazing ways of thinking about problems and solutions, but rather entertaining ways of dealing with problems and solutions as well. This is one of my favorite campaigns to run as a DM, and probably one of my favorite campaigns overall. So, thank you all for helping to make this possible. And thank you for coming in and playing every time that we have a chance, every week, working through all of the technical issues and working through all of just the schedule changes and the technical issues and the stream issues. Just thank you for putting up with all of that and playing and enjoying yourselves.
Thank you for inviting us, and you do an amazing job DMing for us. Also, thank you for teaching us how to play. This is my first campaign ever. It's been incredible.
It's
Truly.
truly been a light of my life, and I'm really glad
Mhm.
that you decided, hey, I really want to play D&D. Let me reach out to some weird people. Like, truly, thank you very much, because it's really been so helpful, both with mental health and just being a happy person in general. I look forward to this every week, and each and every one of you are just so amazing, and I'm really glad that I got to know all of you.
I'm really glad we got to do all this. I came in later in the campaign too.
Both did.
Yeah. And that was just by happenstance. I was watching the stream and you needed another player. I was like, I'll join. And I'm just so happy I was able to join, even as a newbie. You were like, yeah, I'll teach you. Come on, come on. And that was really, really helpful. And you've been so awesome and so kind, all of you. It's really been a big difference this whole year. Much, much better than the past years I've been having. That's for sure.
Well, I can safely
D&D is
say
yeah.
that thanks to James motivating me originally in the first place to even do any of this, and for all of you to actually accept the invitation. We are now at 1 year, 32 episodes in, to the journey of Grandiasha and the story of these 4 players and their wonderful characters deep in this magnificent world that they are creating. Thank you, General. General says, I salute you all for all the hard work you've been putting in to make each episode your own spin to it. It has been truly amazing to see how y'all grown and progressed. Each of you started out awkward and shy and socially anxious and so worried about what everybody else was going to do or say or think with your characters. And now all of you are doing exactly what you want in every situation, and role-playing and getting into your character and thinking about things that your character would do and thinking about ways to make your character your own. And I'm proud of all of you. Including you, James. I know you don't actually get to sit down and play campaigns too much anymore, and because of your work schedule, it's been very difficult to find one that you can sit down and play. Thank you for making time in your schedule for this and allowing us the enjoyment that is Dwindle.
I just wish I could have his voice back. I'll get it back one day.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't find the original voice. Can't do it.
But nonetheless,
But
thank all of you for being here. Thank all of you for joining the Will-O-Wisp Woods. And thank you for following the Will-O-Wisps. They've been so happy to share their stories. And I'm glad you all are so happy to listen. So, with that, we officially end episode 32 of The Journey of Grandiasha. And I hope that all of you enjoyed. I think I'd like to spend, since we had a break last week, I'd like to spend a couple of minutes just to get the Wisp Whispers again and see what you all thought of this episode. little theories, ideas, thoughts, now that you've been given some time to think on it and kind of process what's going on and what's happening and where you all are and what your characters are doing, and maybe come up with a few ideas or thoughts, maybe some ideas going forward.
Where do we even begin? There's so much that happened this episode.
I'm just
Really?
enjoying how much it's annoying Dwindle, though.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I'm not.
Seeing
He's-
Dwindle as a true gentleman.
Yeah.
Yes. Fully cleaned, groomed. Oh my god. That
One
needs to be
thing I will
art.
say. One thing I will say. White hair. Like when you've seen white, it is exactly like the color snow.
Really?
Snow
Oh,
rage. It's
No, I still can't believe you guys tortured poor Robot.
no, not.
Odio doesn't
torture.
even
We got
know quite yet.
closer.
I know, he doesn't know yet.
We got closer. We bonded.
Yeah, we're gonna get into trouble later, for sure.
Well,
She
she's got to first
realizes.
make. She's first got to make him talk.
It's true.
He's
He can't talk quite yet.
just
Oh,
gonna
you think
hold.
you think she won't notice some things being a little different when she opens his shell back up?
I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, you did. You touched the mechanism to open it.
True.
Oh my goodness. So much though. I think this is one of my favorite episodes. I know I say that often, but like it's just always so much fun, and I didn't think anything could top last episode, but I think this was
I
just as
know.
fun.
Like, I always come into episodes thinking this is gonna be amazing, and it always like exceeds those high expectations. It's crazy.
Absolutely. It's just so much fun. Always.
I also love the fact that this time it wasn't May that caused the chaos. It was Nyla.
I've said
My
it before, I'll
fears
say it
and
again, it's usually actually Nyla who causes the chaos. It's just May who seems to be causing the chaos.
Y'all just blame me.
Oh,
You did get in trouble by opening the wrong door.
No, Nyla is the troublemaker this round. I will not
Yeah.
hear of any
Mhm.
ever saying
oh yeah.
Nyla is the
Yeah.
troublemaker.
Oh yeah, this episode, 100% Nyla. That's why I made sure to take that crown and put it away. I was like, I'm not doing it again.
Dwindles.
Mhm.
Can I roll? I wonder if Dwindle would have roll sleight of hand to take that crown away.
Oh no.
Like, no! How dare you?
It's like Dwindle. Magically
You are not
speak
worthy. You are
It's
not
also
worthy
funny
to touch
because
His Highness's
Nyla was trying to be way more cautious than she normally does with these things, and that was the time when she ended up causing the most chaos.
I will say, D&D, TRPGs in general are always so fun to play as. Sure, you can create a backstory, set it in stone, but then you get to carve that stone. You get to chip in it, and you start making delicate designs. For example, Dwindle originally did not have kids. Did not have original kids. He's now adopted. Send a
Adopted.
wonderful
Drunken.
bundles of random joy, each having their own little fun, unique trait. One with the Sasha with her drinking problem, which I cannot wait. Or I take that back. I fear.
I hope we get to meet his kids. That would be
Me
so
too.
much fun. Oh my goodness.
That'd be
He's older than you
amazing.
guys.
Well, I'm older than you.
Yeah, I'm older than you.
I'm younger than all of you
Yeah.
by a lot.
May's 160 something.
All three of you are over 100. I am quarter of 100.
Yeah. My son is older than Nyla. It's fun. No, I adopted a 200-year-old dwarf.
Oh,
Right.
No, yeah, it's a bunch of fun, a great thing is, we all create a story, and the best part about streaming, in my general opinion, is that we get to share this story with all you guys that are watching and listening along. And that's honestly my favorite thing about this. Like, sure, we're having a fantastic time, but if I'm having a good time, I'm really hoping you guys on the other screen are having a good time, or you're like, why are they doing this? I would do this instead. And please, please, we love to see comments. I want to see more comments in the Twitch. It's always so
Absolutely.
fun to respond, to see like, why are you doing this? Like panic. It gets more to the story,
Stress
and we
with
have
us.
more.
Absolutely.
It's always great to have more people involved. It's so much fun.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Yeah, now for the castle, no, I will be sending Lance a full-on description of the defenses of the perimeter that he is perfected. And dwarf Flamebroth defenses have taught him well. Our defenders have taught him well, and he knows what to do.
Yup.
Like he fixed that wall so long ago. Stone wall, made it thicker.
I will say there is probably no rested armor or weapons on the ground anymore, as he has used every single bit of those for the defense
As
of
long as
his
those don't go
barricade.
flying back to where they were, we're
Oh, that'd be interesting.
good.
Oh,
I can picture
Crown.
Dwindle snuggling up to his free support animals.
Oh my goodness.
Yep,
Well,
the square. Throne in the background,
I hope it's
two-layer
nothing.
defense, and just
Absolutely.
torches on the sides. I think he's got 16. Now for everybody else here, he's got a lot more torches at hand. Now since he got his barrels worth of stuff, and so he has access to all of his supplies.
I'm just hoping that it's nothing more than the place being haunted.
Or is it
Because
on
frankly, yeah. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Any thoughts on that? Is
Guess
it
we'll have to
just
find out.
haunted? Do the doors just like being doors? We'll never know.
Is it a
Until next
poltergeist?
episode.
Are we inside a giant mimic?
Giant mimic?
I'm just picturing Peeves playing tricks.
Oh, Peeves. That'd be funny. We're inside Hogwarts.
I can't wait to explore that ship down there below. There's
Mhm.
got to be something down there.
To
Absolutely.
know.
Wonder if there's
Question
more.
is if the ice has preserved anything down there.
Interesting. Interesting thoughts.
Best preserver is ice.
True.
Mhm.
Go down there as an ice dragon in case and ice. Run. I make a way to kill quietly.
Don't touch the ice.
Yeah, no more ice.
We're only
Let's
surrounded
not
by
find
it.
that out.
We're only 40 feet underground, 50 feet underneath ice right now, so.
well. Either way, I'm glad to have heard your thoughts and your wonderful compliments on the campaign so far, as well as this episode. But, as usual, as a DM, you'll see. The Wisps will have more stories for you to come. And, as I said before, thank you all for joining us for this week's episode of The Journey of Grandiasha. Thank you for following the Will-O-Wisps. And we hope to see you next week for episode 33. I will say, remember to follow the Will-O-Wisps, because you never know what stories they may have to tell. And you might just find yourself listening in on an adventure that takes time, effort, and the joy of a few players. After all, the Wisps have been telling this story for a year now. We hope you all enjoyed, and we hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.